Hi, I'm TJ Morgan, the Volunteer and Intern Coordinator for Arizona Museum of Natural History. I hope you'll tune in as I interview former teen volunteer turned guest experience associate, James Ustaloo. James is a perfect example of the value and the power of our teen pathways, and I hope that you'll join us. James, can you tell us how you first got involved with AZMNH and what prompted you to volunteer as a teen?
I was recommended working here by my sister. She was volunteering at a few other places around the city, and she started volunteering here, and she said that it would be very fun for me in particular because I always really liked the sciences, and I was still looking for stuff to do outside of my education. So she brought me in, I did an interview, and then I started volunteering here, and it's been great fun.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first day as a volunteer and your first impressions of the museum and the team here?
Yeah, I hadn't been here, when I started working here, I had not been here since I was a little kid on field trips. So coming back here, I got this wave of nostalgia, and then just meeting the staff and everything. Everyone was so nice, and all the different jobs were just really fun for me to do.
Oh, I love that. Speaking of different jobs, what types of roles or projects did you take on as a teen? Was there one that just really stood out to you as meaningful?
I just really liked doing whatever was needed. I always asked people regularly if there's anything they needed help with in particular. So I would just walk around, ask people if they needed anything, if they needed help with the project, if they needed me to watch their table while they took a bathroom break, if they needed help getting craft supplies ready or setting up for an event. That was what I enjoyed most, just being there for everyone to help out with whatever was needed.
Yeah, that's really great. How did volunteering at AZMNH influence your understanding of museums and science education or guest engagement even?
Well, I didn't know much about how museums worked before I started volunteering, so it was great to see that behind the scenes aspect of how museums are run, what it takes to keep them going, working with the community, working with educators. Stuff like that was just really interesting to me, and it helped me identify like the kind of sciences I really enjoyed and that I later moved on to in my educational field.
That's really great. Were there any particular staff members or mentors that made a real difference for you?
I remember when I started working here, the three main people who really helped me out was Dolores Steeling, Desiree Armstrong, and Caitlin Jaworski. They were all great. They all helped me with whatever was needed, and of course there were so many people after I initially started working here too, that after I got to know everyone better, that were instrumental. It was far too many to name. There was so many.
That's so great. And Dolores was amazing, Desiree amazing, Caitlin. All of them contributed so much to our teen program.
Absolutely. Yeah, they were all great.
Yeah. Was there any skill or lesson that you learned as a volunteer that you still use in your work today?
Generally, just physical labor was a big one that I did a bunch, helping set up for birthday parties or events, setting up tables, getting stanchions ready, all sorts of stuff like that. So I really learned how to get my hands dirty working with stuff like that.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm curious how your time as a volunteer influenced your decisions about school and your field of study and future career goals.
Well, after working here for a bunch of years, I realized that I really enjoyed working with museums, and that was a career opportunity that I wanted to pursue, and I already had a good head start with working here. So that's how I decided I wanted to go into studying anthropology, because I really enjoyed the study of people and mythology. So I started doing cultural anthropology, and I'm working on a in museum studies now too. So it really helped me with,
That's fantastic.
yeah, it really helped me learn like what I enjoyed about museums and what I wanted to do, how I wanted to make my impact going forward.
Well, you're really great at your job, by the way.
Oh.
We're so glad that
Thank you.
that you joined our team, that you started as a volunteer and then joined our paid team.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy working here. So so as long as you're willing to have me.
I think you have a secure spot here.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what your current role as a guest experience associate involves, and how does it connect back to your early volunteering?
I still try to be available when anyone needs help with something. When I started working here, the front desk staff were a big help with if I had any questions, if I needed anything, if it was really slow and I was caught up on all my projects, I would talk to them, see how they were doing. And I met a lot of great friends that way. So I try to sort of pay that kindness forward, so if any volunteers or staff or guests have any questions, I try to be there for them and help out as much as I can.
Well, I find you to be very helpful, and we really appreciate it. All the staff have noticed.
Oh, thank you.
So you should know it did not go unnoticed, all your kindness.
Well, that's great.
And how do you approach helping new volunteers or younger guests who might be discovering their own interests in science or museums?
Well, I still try to be there for them, help answer questions, but if you're a fan of something and that something has a science, I always urge them to go for it. There's a science for anything, so find what you're interested in, be it engineering, space, anthropology, paleontology, biology. There's a science for anything, so I always welcome any and all conversations and opportunities for people to explore those fields more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And your advice to them would be?
Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and just look for what you enjoy doing most and go at that with all your strength.
Oh, that's solid advice, I'd say. So, looking ahead into the future, how do you see your role and your connection to AZMNH continuing to grow in the future?
Well, I'm still going to school for cultural anthropology and museum studies. After I graduate from that, I would like to see what other opportunities there are in growth, hopefully with this museum. But I know that like curatorial work or docent work has been an interest to me for a very long time. So that's something I would like to move forward with as my education advances.
That's great. Sounds like you have a pretty good idea of what you'd like to do as a career.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So, curious what excites you the most about the museum's mission or upcoming projects?
Well, with upcoming projects, I always love seeing opportunities for the museum to grow and connect with the community especially. I view museums as a very important resource for the community, so any and all opportunities to connect with them, be it people in Mesa, people in the neighboring tribal communities, people in the neighboring cities around the valley, any opportunity to connect with the community better.
Very well said, James. That's wonderful. That's what we do, right?
Yeah.
And if you could go back and tell your teen volunteer self one thing, what would it be?
Just keep smiling and don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
You're awesome.
Thank you. You too.
We're so glad to have you.
Well, I'm glad to be here, so thank you.